बैक नाजरीन, मिस्टर रॉबर्ट हमारे साथ हैं जिनसे हम गुफ्तगू का आगाज़ वहीं से करते हैं जहाँ से सिलसिला टूटा था। उनसे हम मज़ीद सवालात करेंगे पाकिस्तान के कल्चर के बारे में, पाकिस्तान के फूड के बारे में कि उन्होंने किस तरह से उसको एंजॉय किया। मिस्टर रॉबर्ट, आई वुड लाइक टू आस्क यू विजिटेड हाउ मैनी सिटीज़ ऑफ पाकिस्तान?
There are many. Obviously, Karachi, Hyderabad, Multan, Faisalabad, Gujranwala, Islamabad, Peshawar, Abbottabad, and of course quite a few smaller places in the northern region.
Which city did you find most better of the other?
Well, the easiest and the nicest city to get around is Islamabad. It has the least traffic and is the least polluted of all the cities through there.
You saw all the cities of Pakistan. What about the culture of the different cities?
Look, I really couldn't say that I see a big difference in the culture. Probably Islamabad is the most open because
you
it is the
visited
most.
Peshawar as well.
Peshawar, yes, yeah.
Women are in parda and
There you have much the same as
veils.
you could believe almost that you're in Afghanistan because of the large number of the women who have the. I'm just trying to think of the full face cover, right?
Yes.
It's very, very. I guess that emphasises the very big differences between Australia and Pakistan. It's very, very conservative compared to our liberal lifestyle that we have over there. But culturally, I don't see huge differences between one place and the other. The food is a bit different, but for the
How
the
did
people.
you find that Lahori food?
Lovely. I enjoy that. Right? One of the, again, nice experiences that I've had is Food Street, and that is just to walk down there and the different smells.
You enjoyed the classical music on the Food Street?
Oh, yeah, it's an experience. I think that anybody who comes to Lahore should go down that street and savour that of an evening. It's lovely.
Any music, Pakistani music, do you like?
I can't say. I don't listen much to that, right?
You spent 4 years in Pakistan. Why didn't you learn Urdu?
I haven't had the need to learn. If the discussion is technical and with electricity and it's carried out in Urdu, I can probably understand 80 to 90% now what is going on. But I haven't been game to attempt to answer back in Urdu. Everybody where we are speaks a good English for the business side, so I haven't had a pressure to learn Urdu.
Okay, people all over the world think that Pakistan has the most diversified culture. Did you find it so?
I don't see it as, I mean, it's different, but I don't see the diversity, no.
Okay. How did you find the biggest city of our country, Karachi?
Very, very crowded, right? Very, very busy, and to manoeuvre through there is quite difficult. It is just so jam-packed.
Lahore is said to be the land of the most lively people. How did you find that? Do they live with the lively people or no difference?
I think the Lahorian people, in discussion, in walking and talking with them, they laugh a lot. They're happy people, and that's what I find.
Right. Tell us something about your own family and their views about our country, Pakistan.
I'm married to a Chinese doctor, and we have 2 daughters. Now the daughters have not visited here at all. The older daughter has spent quite some time before in Iran, so she understands the types of issues that are here. She was very comfortable in being here. The younger daughter is more apprehensive because all she has had is other newspaper articles. Now my wife spent, in the first 2 years I was here, she spent a lot of time here, and she was not at all concerned. She enjoyed most of the time here, but finds it, again, because of the difference in our cultures, and she finds it a little bit restrictive because as a woman in Australia, she can walk around anywhere at any time and unaccompanied. And you have, again, as I mentioned before, you have a very conservative society here, so it's a little bit uncomfortable for her.
It is a bit of uncomfortable for her.
Yes,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, when you go back to Australia, what people ask from you or they want to hear from you about Pakistan?
Oh, I mean, the usual questions are, you know, is it really true? Does it, what we read in the newspapers? And of course, what they're reading through there are the negative aspects of it, not the positive aspects of the country. And it's, they have preconceived ideas about the country here. And again, they have not evaluated for themselves, they don't have that chance, so that they're left with just the impression they get from the media, which is negative.
Okay, it is Western media that is picturing Pakistan as very unsecured land or something else.
No, it is generally it's a Western media. Yeah.
Also, the printed media.
Printed media in Australia, it's the same. They media, unfortunately, wherever you go, sells negative, sensational stories, and you've got to read between the lines. Really have, and I've experienced many different countries where there have been problems. I've been in Afghanistan, I've been in Iran, I've been here, I've been in Bangladesh, and the reality is when you get down there and you meet the people, it's a completely different story. It's very, very sad that you have a very small minority that does something which is not correct, and people are then left with the impression that this is representative of the whole country. It's not.
On the basis of security, did you find Pakistan better than Bangladesh or Kazakhstan or Iran or these countries?
Well, generally it's okay. And Afghanistan now it's a nightmare. I mean, I'm very concerned the way that's gone. So Pakistan generally is quite good security. There's no difference between walking here in Lahore as is in Bangladesh, for instance. Right?
All right, you walk very freely here and you do not feel yourself unsecured when you walk around?
No, I don't feel unsecure, right? I don't feel unsecure. And I will occasionally still drive myself to the supermarket and get things through there. I'm not worried.
Okay, Mr. Robert, tell us what kind of problems you had to face in Pakistan during your stay here, about 4 years.
Well, with the work, one of the hardest things has been, in some instances, is to get the distribution companies to take ownership of their projects. It's a little bit difficult because they tend to try to avoid the responsibility of the actual projects. Now, this is only in some instances. There are not many of them. Personally, to adapt here to the country here, I found my way through quite easily. And as a seasoned traveller, I've personally had, in my day-to-day life, very, very few problems. Nothing that comes to mind, and nothing that I will take away and say this has been a big headache for me.
In the weather of Pakistan and Australia, what is the similarities, or you faced some problems?
Pakistan, it's the absolute, it's the heat, and in particular now the humidity. But where I live in Australia, we have a temperate climate, so we have much the same temperature season in, season out. Summer times for us are 28, 29, the odd day above 30, and the winter times are 22, 23. And not cold. But here you have got the extreme heat, and then you also got well, what I'd like it, there's a nice cold winter.
You must have faced a very big problem in summer in Pakistan.
Only with the humidity. I don't mind 45 or 50 degree heat, as long as it's dry. It's easy to get around. But when you get the weather like now, I have problems.
व्यूअर्स हम एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं और फिर यहीं से बात को दोबारा कंटिन्यू करेंगे.